In this video, I'm going to give you an introduction to how to use Pathways on your website and highlight the value it can bring to your course marketing pages. What I've done for this demonstration video is set up a number of course pages where we can look to see how Pathways has been embedded. This is the website for Strode College, and we're looking at their BTEC engineering page. If I scroll down, we can see that they have embedded in this page an instance of Pathways. What Pathways is doing here is saying that students who study BTEC in engineering go on to university and study mechanical engineering and then get jobs as mechanical engineers. And we can see highlighted in the tool their average salary and the employment predictions over the next 3 years. We can click to find out more information about this particular job, a more detailed salary range, working hours, and the typical level of qualification that people in this job commonly hold. For all occupations in Pathways, there is typically at least one video with real people talking about that job. As well as labour market information, Pathways also shows regional data. This particular screen allows us to select a region of the UK and look at the average salary and employment predictions for this region versus the national average. And it also pulls in current live vacancies for this particular occupation. If somebody wanted to go to university and study mechanical engineering, then Pathways shows all of the various options that are available. And again, we see the region map, and this allows us to break down over 60,000 different higher education courses and present them simply in one simple interface. And here you can see for the southwest of the UK, I can click around the different institutions and see what higher education courses are available in mechanical engineering. So if I just come back to the start page, we can see that mechanical engineers is only one option. I can cycle through lots of different types of jobs that people go on to do having studied mechanical engineering at university. Pathways shows up to 15 different jobs that people go on to do having done this degree. We can also cycle through different degrees that people go on to do having studied a BTEC in engineering. This means that within this one instance of Pathways, we can see over 100 different occupations that people might go on to do, each with labour market information, employment predictions, and what the job market is like in their local area. Pathways also highlights the level 3 qualifications that people commonly hold when they do this particular degree subject. And in this instance, we can see that people commonly hold A-levels in maths, physics and chemistry, or a BTEC in engineering or electrical and electronic engineering. So this is one example of using Pathways on a BTEC page. If your college has A-level courses, you can also map Pathways to these courses within your website. Still on the Strode College website, here's an example of their A-level biology page, and we can see we've embedded the Pathways widget here, mapping courses and progression data to A-level biology. And it works in exactly the same way as the BTEC version. It means we can cycle through all the different types of jobs that people go on to do having studied an A-level in biology, going through university and getting one of these jobs. If you have courses on your website that don't traditionally follow an HE route, you can embed the Pathways job sector version. And what this allows you to do is map a number of occupations to your course and subject area pages for a particular job sector. Now here on the Strode College website, we're looking at a course in beauty therapy, and we've embedded the job sector version of Pathways for hair, beauty and well-being. And what this allows us to do is see lots of different occupations that people can do when studying in this particular sector. And again, as we saw before, it has a full array of labour market information. It has videos and the same level of regional data, but this time it's mapped to a job sector. So we can see that people become hairdressers and barbers, and if I cycle through a number of different jobs, you can see they all come out in the same way. If Pathways displays an occupation that traditionally has a higher education route, then we highlight that. And in this instance, for physiotherapists, we can show 4 common routes that people take to become a physiotherapist, looking at what A-levels and BTECs they might take and what degree they might do to get this job. If we're interested in one of these, we can click on nursing, for instance, and this takes us to the map of the UK that allows us to see all institutions that offer courses in nursing. So to manage Pathways on your website, it's really simple. If I come back to the Pathways website and log in, this takes us to your account pages. To generate an instance of Pathways, you simply select the course type and the subject you want to display. So in this instance, I'm going to choose a BTEC in computing, press Generate Embed Code, and you can see now this has given me the appropriate code to paste into my website or CMS, and it gives me a preview of the Pathways instance. If I want to embed a job sector version, I do something very similar. I simply select the job sector, press Generate Embed Code, and again it gives me a preview of the code to paste into my site, and it shows me what the widget will look like. Also within your admin pages, you can specify different URLs for testing and production. You can set your default region, and you can set the colors of the Pathways instance as it will display on your website. There is detailed analytics, so you can see how Pathways is being used by your students. Now this is just an example, it's not actually Strode College's statistics, it's just an example for this demonstration video, but we can see how it would be displayed. We can see how many times Pathways is being loaded, how people are interacting with it, and what particular degree subjects and occupations they're viewing for this one particular instance. And that's it. Hopefully that gives a short introduction to Pathways. If you have any more questions or you'd like a demo, then please get in touch. Thank you.